Let's move on, Jason. You wanted to talk about this really interesting job posting from our friends over at Quora. If you don't know what Quora is, it's a well-known online question and answer service, Jason. But the second act of the company, most recently, is a thing called Poe. It's a service that allows you to interact with a great number of different chatbots. Users can pay between $5 and $250 a month for Poe to get more credits to use more AI models. Seems to be doing quite well. But we're curious today about a new job posting from Adam D'Angelo. And this is for a new role that he says is, quote, a single engineer who will use AI to automate manual work across the company and increase employee productivity. You thought this was incredibly interesting. Why did it catch your eye?
I think somebody's going to figure out how to manage an entire company by AI. In other words, AI CEO. So here we are with producer Claude introducing it this week. Hey, this is an important role. How can we train the AI to be a real-time producer? In fact, my long-term goal for producer AI is to have it listening to the show. A year from now, I'd like producer Claude to be able to interject and maybe put data points on the screen without us asking. So it anticipates. So I say, what's the market cap of Volkswagen? And all of a sudden, just producer Claude comes along in the bottom and puts it there. Eventually, it could be an avatar. It could talk to you, but maybe not breaking in, but just slow and then fast. So when somebody like Adam, who is deep in the AI game, and Quora, my understanding is they're doing a ton of licensing and training data. They're in a really good place. And we saw Scale AI bought by Facebook doing like a training data company. I think Quora kind of falls into that category as well. When you see the founder saying, I need somebody to examine every single function or role and have it, attacked by AI, relentlessly ripped apart and automated. This goes back to the blog post I wrote, automate, delegate, deprecate. And then I wrote a blog post this weekend on Sunday, I shipped it on Saturday or Sunday, about just, hey, we don't talk about job destruction anymore. So here, when you look at the responsibilities, develop and maintain internal tools and systems to automate existing work and increase employee productivity. That is the high order bit. What that means is, what are the employees working on that are chores, that are not the main thing that we can take away from them? And instead of having employees do this, you have an outsider, an agitator coming in and saying, I looked at what you do and I've automated it. So an individual will never automate themselves. Why? There's going to be some natural fear that they'll automate themselves out of a job. Sure. They're too busy to do it. They lack objectivity. They think that there's something special about what they do, right? As an example, when a founder sends us an update, we have a tool that reads the updates, looks for the important data in it, like what's their burn, what's their revenue, what's their growth, and then try to map those to fields in a database and write summaries. Founders will write us, God bless them, 1,000, 2,000 words, of which we have to scan that email and get the top 5 or 6 data points. And if those data points aren't in it, the next phase of that tool will be to reply to the founder and say, hey, this is the launch AI bot. Can you give us the last 3 months of revenue, the last 3 months of expenses, and then the last 3 months of burn, which is those two numbers subtracted from each other? And can you tell us the head count? Because we don't have head count in here. And can you tell us the cash in the bank? So we need to get those numbers to anticipate fundraising. And we are going to have the bot in the next iteration, not just take the update they send us by email typically, or sometimes they'll send us a Notion page or a DocuSend. We're going to do it that way. So that is, I think, the big innovation here is that an outsider is going to do it. Be scared, folks. If your job is easy to do, be scared. I'm inviting you to be scared.